Attention, ladies and gentlemen, Gungans and droids across the galaxy. We got the one. We got the only. The one and true gamer in the galaxy. Mobile Boomer! Give us some boomer humor before we start. Hurry, go, go, go. 3, 2, 1. Great point. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, clap it up for Mobile Gamer. Thank you for coming on today's video, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, Mr. Mobile Gamer himself. We got some big topics to talk about today. We have a working real-time PvP sandbox mode. Not for Galaxy of Heroes, though. So we're going to talk about a couple of things today. Firstly, we're going to talk about this right here because we've been getting excuses from Capital Games saying it's too expensive. No one wants it. And I think Mobile Gamer is probably the best person to talk about this with because it's coming out this week in Marvel Strike Force. There's some, hopefully. Valley Flying and Casino. I'll leave links down below if you want to actually watch how it works in Marvel Strike Force. This is what people want in Galaxy of Heroes. So we're going to talk a bit about that. We're going to talk about the login rewards and the May 4th celebration stuff, what you think about it, and maybe if it means anything, and if it's as good as the years before, because the people are a little irritated about it. And of course, we're going to be talking about Mando himself right there. But before we talk about all this lovely stuff, we're going to do Mobile Gamer's favorite segment to these videos. Cue into sponsor, Gary. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Now, I know you guys have heard about this. Oh, come on. That would have been good. Now, I know you guys have heard about this game before. Raid Shadow Legends is a hero collector RPG game with over 400 characters to collect. Gary, can you show them what that looks like?
Your clones are very impressive. You must be very proud.
It's a free-to-play game that you can play on both your mobile and your desktop PC device. Who's gonna let you do that? Let me tell you. The daily logins reward program has been bumped up from 90 days to 180 days, allowing you to get energy refills, silver, gems, and even free champions. With one of them being a free barbarian legendary champion known as the Sill of the Drake. Forget everything you know about mobile games and go down below in the video description if you're looking for a new game to play. If you're a new player and you check out that special link I leave down below, you'll be getting 100,000 free silver, 2 clan boss keys, 3 ancient shards, and 1 free champion. Woo! The Adjudicator. A great starter character with her heal and turn meter reductions as well as her cooldown increases. All this treasure will be waiting for you right up here, but you gotta be quick because these rewards are only available for the next 30 days. All right,
that's the best, man.
We always love doing this. So people actually ask us on Twitch to replay those for fun.
I can't believe, they were like on Twitch, will you replay the Raid Shadow Legend ads? I get it all the time. It's like, okay, let's do it.
They're fun to make. So let's get this conversation going here. In the background, I'm rolling Casino's video. Again, please check it out because people... But lately, we've been kind of talking about how other games operate. Marvel Strike Force is a very close sister, cousin, whatever you want to call it, to Galaxy of Heroes, same type of game. And they're adding something that I know you're to the moon about. It's something I would love. And when I talk to people in our community, we don't want a sandbox sort of infinite resource and stuff like that. It's just this right here. So as you roll footage back here, can you kind of explain to us how the Marvel Strike Force sandbox live PvP mode works? And then we'll kind of see, why can't our game do this here?
Yeah, well, first things first, it's technically real-time PvP where you can play against an alliance mate and or somebody on your friends list. Now, it has this similar to a League of Legends banning system, but if you just really want to just sandbox X team versus X team, you just get together with a guild mate. You know, you pick your team, they pick their team, and then you go to battle, and then that's that. And so there wasn't a lot of demand in Marvel Strike Force for a full sandbox mode because we already have one.
Yeah,
we have the Blitz mode.
Yeah, which is basically tournaments for Galaxy Heroes way back when, which we don't have anymore.
Yeah, literally, if I unlock the latest and greatest new character, it's really easy for me to go into Blitz and not only test it against other teams, but I can test it against teams that are a lot better at different levels, you know, because as I go through the Blitz mode, I can get to the very end and then I'm just getting blown out of the water. You could try all kinds of things. So there wasn't a lot of demand for that now. So they are coming out with this. It's going to be very exciting. Right now, it's just going to be kind of an exhibition format for now until they refine it and get it going. But it's up and running. Hopefully it's coming out in a week or so, and we'll be able to do all kinds of testing. At a minimum, it's going to be testing, but it truly looks like it's going to be a competitive game mode probably something like that's gonna be fun, like Grand Arena is.
Yeah, and so this isn't just for guilds. It's not just for inner guild, which I think at the bare minimum, that's what I would like the most. Because usually in Galaxy Heroes, your guildmates are kind of in a similar spot as you for the most part. But besides this working for your guild, you can play with anyone else as long as you have their friend request codes. So basically, like the other day, we've been streaming Mandalorian. The problem is with testing Galaxy of Heroes, or just anything, you want to theory craft, practice your counters, you eventually get capped out at arena refreshes. And first of all, arena refreshes are expensive, and you only have about, what, 20, 25 arena battles that you could possibly do, and you're capped out. Well, here, I can invite you over, and we can just play around with Mandalorian all day.
Okay, so think about this. You buy, okay, so we're gonna talk about Mando in this video for sure, but Mando is not gonna be the top of the arena. I think everybody knew that when it came out. We knew that it was gonna be a counter to something, and that it was probably gonna be important in Grand Arena.
Yeah.
How many times you get to play that character a month?
That's exactly the problem. Yes, that's you have to wait for Grand Arena and Territory Wars. That's really it.
So you buy Grief and you buy Mando. Let's say it's 400 each, right? 800 bucks, right?
Yeah.
And then what? You're just gonna spend money in the arena to play teams that you can't
only
win
for about
30
minutes of arena battles, basically.
Yeah,
too.
and you can't play that. You cannot. And then if you put the character on defense, you don't get to play it at all. It's just mind blown that. That you could actually spend $800 in Galaxy of Heroes and have no outlet to play them.
None.
It's
Yeah, that's
crazy.
the problem. I was
crazy.
complaining about the same exact thing because I like the problems of the game right now. They tell you, thanks for your money, stop playing your game, buy the next character. That's the problem. It's like I want to play Galaxy of Heroes, and here, just to clarify a couple things, Marvel Strikeforce has maybe a bit of an edge for this type of stuff because one, no mods, but secondly, there's no rewards attached to this. This is all just for fun, practice.
I mean, it's modeled after a game mode that's in Summoners Wars, and it's important there for some people, and they actually become like big tournaments, and they do like full esports. I mean, it's a big deal. So, because that game is actually bigger than Galaxy of Heroes. It's kind of the predecessor to Galaxy of Heroes, Summoners War.
Yeah,
it's huge.
The blueprint for a lot of these games.
Huge.
Yeah, but so this would be a lot of fun. I think this is what the community wants. Something we can play with other friends. Like I would love if you and I could just do some, like the one thing I miss since test accounts are taken away is you and I getting on a video and just battling each other with the new characters. I have to rely on a couple of very helpful arena shardmates, Donema, Iron Dingo, Commander Cody, and some others for switching some stuff out for me. Otherwise, there's no way of playing these new characters. Now, we know there's a new game mode coming out next month. Maybe that'll address it. It's not a sandbox mode, they said. They're not sure if they ever want to add it, but it's possible. Other games have working sandbox, live PvP type of things with your friends and guildmates.
The other thing about this that I want to point out is that in Galaxy of Heroes, especially in Grand Arena and or regular arena, a lot of the theory crafting is stripped from the game after a couple of weeks. Once the good teams are established, it's likely that in your next Grand Arena, you're going to come up against a certain number of teams. I mean, there is some theory crafting, yes, and most of the theory crafting in Galaxy of Heroes is done with mods, in my opinion. It's not really done with the team compositions. But this game mode that's on the screen right here has this banning system. So, you know, knowing the strengths of single characters and even the subtle synergies, every time it's going to be different because it's a draft system. And then you ban characters. It's going to be, you're going to use a lot of different characters a lot of different times. It's not going to be all Jedi versus all Synth Empire. It's never going to be like, it's actually going to allow you to use your roster and play it. I just baffled that, if you're not going to be able to play your Mandalorian much, if at all, ever.
Unless he becomes meta in arena, but I don't see that happening anytime soon, really. It's a good character.
You're going to use that guy 3 times a week when Grand Arena's running.
And it might even be on defense. I might not even play it offensively.
And you're going to misplay it because you haven't played the character enough. You know,
That's the biggest thing,
it's such a weird thing to not know. Like, it boggles my mind that that they don't know this. It's like they don't even play their own game.
Yeah, so it's something that's definitely possible for Galaxy Heroes. I just want to put it out there because not everyone plays a lot of mobile games. You and I, we kind of keep up to news with all the different games that are out there, and Marvel Strikeforce is just killing it lately with a lot of stuff that they're putting on. So I'm hoping maybe one day we can see something like this come to light for Galaxy of Heroes. I think even if it is just a minority of players like the developers say, I think those people are going to just be to the moon. That's where the hardcore players, we want to play your game all day, and we can't. So this would be a big opportunity, and you can have fun private tournaments for your community. My thoughts just go wild if we can have something like this. So moving on from there, we're going to talk about the May 4th Login Awards. Yay,
Yeah.
Star Wars. I love Star Wars so much. The Clone Wars TV show is killing it, Mando. Oh.
So what did you think about this with Trey? I actually was like, are they really gonna like tease us with a new raid?
So, no, here's my thoughts. One, it doesn't say the month Login Awards. It doesn't say like a May Login Awards. Just say special stay and play Login Awards. And what's the whole theme of stay and play? You're isolating yourself from the community or from the world. There's two. I mean, I think the Login Awards are.
You know what? You know what I heard? The official word from Capital Games. There's no coronavirus in the Star Wars universe.
That's an old joke if you guys don't know about. Yeah, we're not going to go into depth about that.
Yeah, there's no Christmas in Star Wars, therefore we won't acknowledge that it exists.
Yeah, but we'll sell packs.
What the hell? What the hell?
Yeah.
I mean, my goodness.
So
All right,
first off, people thought this was fake when they announced it a while ago. I think it's great that Trey shirts have been given out. One, it's kind of a cute little thing, but secondly, there's people who've been playing the game for 2 years and still don't have Trey. I think there's about I forgot the math. It's like 42, 43 shards. That's a couple of Sith raids for a lot of people. So that's great rewards, a lot of crystals, 7 Zetas if you log in through the rest of the month. So in terms of Login Awards, really cool. I don't think it's a hint for what's coming next. Usually the Login Award means something like IG88 means that Mando was coming last month. I don't think this is alluding to any of that potentially.
But if it was alluding to something, to me it was like, are they bringing us a new raid? I mean, that's
well, they
what
said
it would
the raid's
mean to
canceled. So yeah, I think this is just simply.
Well, you know why it was canceled, right? It's because
we're going to talk about that on your video.
Preemptively and broke it. Yeah.
We'll talk more about that. His
Yeah.
channel. I don't want to steal your topics, man. I don't want to steal your topics.
All right, fine.
Now, the only thing I got to complain about it's a minor complaint. It's cool they're bringing back the events. I think they shouldn't have to wait for a special occasion to let me play Galactic Bounty 1 and 2 or whatever. The only thing I'm hoping they do, they haven't announced that there hasn't been a giveaway for May 4th. Usually May 4th, they give out like 20 free Zetas or something like that. A full Carbonti.
Packs!
Oh, yeah. There's packs coming.
Actually, if you don't spend or if you're very frugal about spending, usually May 4th is one of the few times of the year worth buying packs.
Yeah, I mean, they had a couple packs down here. They have the one where you're guaranteed 330 shards of a random character. So who knows? Maybe you can. I don't think it's on the Chromium packs. It's never mind. You can't get the Mando from that pack. But I'm hoping that they come out tomorrow and give us 20 free Zetas or something. Because let's be honest, a lot of these events, especially like double drops, you really can't take full advantage of unless you're depleting your crystal inventory. But you know, it's cool they're bringing these events back.
Let's talk something about important. May 4th, last episode of Clone Wars. Never mind any of this nonsense. Watch that.
Yeah. Man, yeah. I really wish Capital Games was doing something to celebrate the Clone Wars TV show wrapped up. It is so dark. It's a free movie, basically.
It's a free movie. The last 4 episodes is a
better
movie.
Than Rise of Skywalker, that's for sure. Oh, man, we haven't gotten to the last part right there. So that's our thoughts on the May 4th Login Awards. Cool stuff, good stuff they're doing. Hopefully we get some intel next month. The road ahead is supposed to come soon for what we're expecting. I just really hope there's a game mode that's going to let me play all day in Galaxy Heroes. But anyways, let's wrap up talking about The Mandalorian. Now, you kind of saw a little bit of the stream. You saw a little about Grief Karga. We're going to talk about Grief Karga and Mando a little bit in here. What are your impressions of him? Because you're like, ooh, like if I was going to buy a character, these might be one of those I get.
Okay. Real talk, like my problem with Galactic Ray and Galactic Kylo is still Rose and Phasma. It's like I don't like inefficiently upgrading my roster where it's not helping me. I legit feel that by upgrading Mando and Grief, it makes my roster better.
Oh yeah,
proportionately. The GP that those characters get will help those teams. That's a real team. It's a real team that could do something in Grand Arena. Even Night, like you're going up right here against Night Sisters, the easy win right there is Darth Revan, maybe an Empire. There's a couple teams that can beat it, right?
Yeah.
But this looks like a solid one right there.
Yeah. I mean, we saw that 4-star Mando, 4-star Grief. They're able to beat like Night Sisters with their bounty hunters fairly easily. Geonosians with a 3-star Mandalorian. Like, that's helpful for the in terms of Grand Arena, because you're going to come across those choke teams that those choke point teams that they could weed out a really good team. Like Knights, they could weed out your Padme, Jedi Knight Revan, Darth Revan. But if you have another team that can take it out, and save those other top tier teams. That's how you get good at Grand Arena.
Well, there's nothing worse than getting stuck behind a cheese team. And what I mean by cheese team is, something where you get turn meter locked out, like either through Night Sisters or Nest or Geos, where it's not really a hard team, but if you don't have the appropriate counter, you're kind of out of luck. And, even like if you lose to a Darth Revan team and they got
disintegrated Grievous right there. Did you see that?
Yeah, I know, right? That's nuts.
It's satisfying.
And you can do Revan. Revan, I mean, how many teams? I mean, I know that Gas is a sure counter Revan. There's a couple Revan counters, sure, but this is what are you going to use this team for otherwise? I mean, if you can go up against Revan, it's brilliant. And for every reason that I like this is the exact reason why I did not like the Galactic Ray event. I didn't like the Galactic Ray event because I didn't like the characters in general, and I didn't like the story. I didn't like the movie as much as I like this. I mean, I actually care about Mando and Greef and Dune and the whole Yoda, all of it, Baby Yoda. And it's not like I'm wasting my time upgrading Rose and Holdo and whatever, all that stick Ray, and it's just not fun.
Yeah, I mean, here's the other thing too. I don't know what your prospects are of getting Galactic Legends. I got it to make my videos. I got that done. But here's something to keep in mind. We're talking about how Mando and the Bounty Hunters can take out Darth Revan teams. Well, one of the biggest counters to the Galactic Legends is Jedi teams. You have to use your Jedi and Gas, for example, to take out a Ray team. Well, now let's say you have to do that. That's success. Like you can put that together right now, but it kind of weeds you short for, all right, how do I take out these Darth Revan teams? Well, now if Mandalorian can fulfill that slot, now that your Jedi are being used for countering Galactic Legends, if Mando and Greef can help you out with Darth Revan, Jedi Knight Revan, maybe Grievous teams, that's huge right there. So maybe there's a world where you can still play Grand Arena safely against other Galactic Legends and still have the viability of taking them out, so long as you kind of have these top 10 teams. So right now, it seems like Mando and the Bounty Hunters are definitely creeping up into that top 10. You got your 2 Galactic Legends, Gas, then you got your Padme, Grievous, Jedi Knight Revan, Darth Revan, and then really the bottom 2 right there are like Shakti clones and Bounty Hunters at that point. I think that's kind of our new top 10 here, and I think it could get better.
It's going to be a big deal because you're going to have to break up multiple teams to go beat a Galactic Ray, and maybe there's a CLS team where you only have to break up 2, like maybe like Genosians with CLS. Maybe that'll become a thing. We'll see. But right now you're splitting up 2 top tier teams minimum to take out Galactic Legends Ray. And they have to be relicked out of their minds even to be competitive. So it's or you have to have Kylo, right? Or that's what's gonna happen.
Something like that. Overall, Mandalorian's bringing a lot of fun to Galaxy Heroes. Some low star viability if you want to take out Genosians, Night Sisters, and stuff like that. And I think the future is still looking bright for him. There's a couple of things that will take Mando to that next level, and I can't imagine a world where Galaxy Heroes is not going to add IG-11 Queel, the child.
I just got a message in my ear right now from chat. Are you gonna Zeta Singh's leadership? Why don't you put the Zeta on Singh's leadership?
Oh my gosh! It's
why
hilarious.
Why can't you do it for me, please?
It's funny lately. The new thing is talking about Embo lead. We have an Embo lead cult and an Aura Singh Zeta as well. So it's a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to the future. I'm looking forward to next month. That's going to be part 1 of your news chat with Mobile Gamer and
Arnold, why don't you have disposable Zetas to put on every character that we want you to test? Come on.
If only there was a test account or something, man, where we can... That's crazy.
Why? Why?
We could talk about that maybe in your video. We're going to wrap it up here, ladies and gentlemen. Mobile Gamer, as always. Thanks for hanging out, sharing your beautiful face and your beautiful intel. Check out Mobile Gamer's video card in the top right-hand corner to check out his stuff. Let's get a couple of air horns in here. And ladies and gentlemen, we bid you an adieu. Peace out, everyone. Woo! Let's press the air horn.
We need more air horns. Like more cowbell, more air horns.
Here we go. I'm going. Yeah, there we go. Almost there. A couple more times and one more.
Okay.
End the recording.
More air horns.